Hey man, hold on. I gotta make sure the light right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy King Bear. Hey, make sure you guys check out the Match My Energy podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes,
That's
sir.
the Match My Energy podcast. Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
That's magic right there.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
magic.
God.
It's only going up from here. Trust and believe that.
Wow. I appreciate you, man. Because you done it off the last time. I literally had sips, fam. Okay? I turned my head. For some reason, I probably had to do something. No, it's when I had my dad had to go out on the wheelchair thing, right? I come back. I'm helping him, mind you. I'm helping someone disabled in a wheelchair. Okay? Of course I want to drink after. So I come to find out, I shake the tank, I'm like, where's my juice? Where's my juice? You see how you see? Look at this cup. Look at this cup. You see?
He's like, literally just saw that half full.
Exactly. Did you see what I'm saying?
Like, that was 15 seconds of just...
You had no business making it this cold. They said actually nice. Yeah,
of course I'm gonna give you juice on ice.
You had no business doing that. It's
What do you
gonna
mean
go
no
down.
business? This is what
It's gonna go down quick. I don't know what you expect. It's cold. It tastes nice. Like, what do you expect?
Let me go get the box because I know this guy's gonna finish it regardless.
Joe killed me. Feeling like I'm making some intense eye contact with that doll.
Wow.
So why'd you like position yourself to just like look?
What? You said sit here and like I can't help it. The chair's right across.
I'll hold on to this.
No, that's fair. Actually, this helps because I can.
Kind of
I
see.
have horrible vision, but I see my blob.
Say this. You could wear your glasses.
Yeah, home. I can.
Ma'am.
Listen, I feel like
If lives were lost.
Okay, you want to know why I will never get into a car accident? 2 reasons.
What?
One, when I was in driving school, they showed me this like video of this lady get into a car crash. Can't remember the exact details because I was traumatized, obviously. I just remember her screaming bloody murder, and then like the paramedic, like the paramedic, like on the scene, just like, yeah, we could barely ask her questions because she was screaming so loud because she was in so much pain. Reason number 2, my TikTok feed is like filled with insurance adjusters. So when like they'll be on calls and people are like, oh, I'm just like a 4-car pileup,
Damn.
and I'm just sitting there, I'm like,
Done that quick.
And the reason sometimes like people just not following a safe distance, all like the stupidest things, and I'm like, I will not be caught like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just refuse.
Good thing you're not living in Brampton, then that would be a problem.
That is the one place on earth that I would refuse to live.
I can't even get a car.
My friend was paying $600 insurance.
That's what insurance told me the other day.
Yeah, $600
I
plus.
$6 billion?
Like it was at least $600 plus, and it was a 2-door. He was lucky it wasn't red.
Oh yeah,
If it's red, it's more?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're,
Yeah.
if you're a guy.
Yeah.
If it's red, it's usually more insurance because usually red cars get into the most accidents, especially if a man's driving.
Yeah, it's red and it's either black or white. I don't know.
There's another color, but I know red is like up there.
Yeah.
I thought it was blue.
No.
Okay.
I think it's black or white, one of them. But yeah,
Probably
they'll charge extra on that.
Wait, or white because I think it's hard to color match.
Yes, it's white.
Yeah, white because it's hard to color match if you get into an accident.
With a white car?
That actually makes sense because my car's white. My insurance kind of steep in Pickering. Touching 4 bills.
Oh, that's a blessing. I wish that.
What's the best color?
Anything other than red and white.
Like you go for a blue, and blues are still like probably a lot safer.
Yep.
Black as well. I think I'm pretty sure black would be fine. It's the white because it's hard to match the right white because some are like an off-white, some are like a creamy white.
I was going to get a 2008 Chrysler
Let's check insurance.
300 touring.
A
And I was literally just about to buy a car last week, and then I said insurance.
Water.
They said 600. He said, "Can I think about it?" Of course you can think about it. You're not getting a call back.
This is the last time you're ever hearing from me.
She said, if I wait till I'm 25, because another thing too, I don't know, how old are you, bud?
Turning 25.
Turning 25? Okay. By a lot. When you turn
What else
25.
need to get my G?
Oh, you haven't got your G yet?
That is such a long story. I need you to understand. Like, I played myself so heavy. Because, so you know how, like, during COVID, like,
You gotta be
just lazy, bro. Like, there's no excuse. I'm just lazy.
I got that done quick. I ain't gonna hold you.
Literally just lazy because booking, trying to find the days to do it. Like with my mom, you know, like her right now, we're sharing the car, so it's just been a hell. And I'm trying to get her to get her own freaking car soon. But it's just like, she's like, oh, it's just easier. Like, I'll pay the insurance, don't worry about it. It's helping your credit. And I'm like, yo, leave me alone.
No, insurance doesn't help with your credit.
No, not the insurance, but like the car
finance.
payments.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I'll help you pay like certain things, and I'm just like, all you have to do is just pay your own car, like, and then I'll pay the insurance. I'm like, I guess. My insurance is steep, as I mentioned. Like, I would literally just rather not pay that shit. Because if she gets her own car, then I'm back to paying everything myself, so I'm not that mad. But, like, so, the problem was, like, you know how during COVID, they gave people, like, an extended time if their license were expiring?
Yeah.
I kept going into that fucking service office place because, like, my mom kept getting, like, I have to pay 407 shit because she drives it, like, she works in Toronto, so it was just...
I didn't pay my 407.
No, listen, you gotta if you want your stickers, bro. You gotta if you want to renew your stickers and so many other things.
I'm getting a new plate out here.
Bro, it's so frustrating. So each time it says, like, you need to book your G2 soon, or you book your G soon, I'm like, yeah, I got it. I kept forgetting to do that shit. Like, and she's like, okay, you gotta do it by this date, and like, just make sure you book it. You don't have to take it, just book it by this date. I go in, I'm about to book it. They're like, you missed the deadline, because I went to like the last, when I tell you the day before.
Your license expired, no.
They wouldn't let me leave the place. I had to redo my G1. They took my license, they would not let me leave Service Ontario. They're like, okay, you gotta retake it. Failed the first one. Paid another $16 to take the second one, on top of like the $160 I had to pay to just take the fucking, excuse my language. But, oh yeah, so then this is where I actually really messed up. Like, that wasn't even the actual mess up. My mess up, the girl, when I was doing my G1, she's like, oh yeah, when you come and rebook, you can just rebook for your G instead of your G2. Why did I rebook for my G2 instead of my G? Because I just wasn't thinking. I could have just been done and over with.
I had that literally, I almost had that situation the other day. I went to Service Ontario to get my license renewed. No, so I lost my card, so I went to get a new card, right? I'm thinking, okay, you know what, it's gonna be $35 to get
like your license, like you lost it, yeah.
And then I go there with the paper copy, I'm like, I'm just looking to get a new card. I'll pay, it's like $35? They looked at it, they said, it's expired. I said, so, am I getting a new card for $35? No, that's all. $99. 100. Yeah, because so I'm turning 25, right? So my 5 years coming up from, it's always 5 years to get your full license, right? So since I got my G like maybe like 2-3 years ago, now my 5 years coming up, so you have to renew it for another 5 years. So I wasn't expecting $100. When I tapped that, my heart dropped.
Because it's an unexpected expense. Like,
I didn't calculate that in the budget. It wasn't there. Yo, I swear, if I didn't file my taxes the other day, I would have been broke.
Speaking of, that's on my list of things to do this weekend.
Oh, yo, do that done immediately. Instant cashback.
No, 100%. Like, my friend did hers last week, and I was like, okay, I should get on that too, because I'm not trying to wait till, like, the last day. But, yeah.
I got, like, $3K. Yeah. I only worked 6 months, so I was like, is that even right?
You get $3K.
Hey, I don't ask questions. I'm not asking questions.
Just be clicking shit.
I didn't click it. I have somebody. I went to Hamilton to do it because this place that I went to last year, they just clicked. I asked them like, how much are you paying? Oh, you took the money out of it. I said, almost $3K. You already took the money out? How much did I pay? Shit, I'm not asking questions.
Probably thought they took like $5 or some shit.
I didn't even look at the paper. I said like $2,800. Yeah, just give me that check. Straight to the bank, cash.
Yeah, Hamilton's just a little too deep for me to go, but like,
You just gotta
have
find
online services.
Don't use H&R Block though.
Oh, I know. I use Simple Tax.
Well, online?
Yeah, I've never had any issues with Simple Tax.
But the thing is, you don't get it back instant. If you're trying to get that cash back instant, check.
I'm patient. Like, I'm not even worried. Like, I'm patient. Sometimes it gets me a little excited when I know it's coming. Because, like, I got money regardless. It's just one of those where it's just, like, I like a surprise. I like to be surprised. Because I'll forget. Like, they'll tell me when it's coming, when it's going to drop. I will purposely forget because I love a little surprise.
I just don't like the government playing with my money. So I want it instantly.
No, I want the same amount they promised. That's all that matters to me.
I don't know. The way Trudeau be moving out here with the...
Oh, no, I'll be outside his door. If my money's not in, I'll be outside your door. Like, we have to have a conversation because that's insane. The hours I've worked, the tax you deducted.
No way you're not giving me what I promised.
When I saw the deductions on my last payslip in 2023, I almost showed up because I was like, 10K?
Sir.
10K off my...
No,
Run it
I
back.
feel her pain.
Run it back.
I feel her pain.
What are you doing with it? The potholes are still everywhere. What are you doing with it?
Come on now. Somebody has to say it. The roads are not done. Like, what?
Bro.
Are we still working on the same train tracks or what? How long?
Eglinton. What are you doing with it? Literally, what are you doing with it? And don't say, oh, COVID, sir. Because listen, there's people already having to pay back that shit as we speak.
Why do we have more buildings than the roads fixed? Where's our tax dollars going into? I need to question that. I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. Where'd my 10K go?
We only have one doctor inside the hospital. Where's my tax dollars going to?
Like, why am I waiting almost 6 hours at Ajax Hospital just to, like, for, like, some regular blood work or, like, because... Sometimes, like, clinics are closed. I'm off on Sundays and Mondays. 6 hours. Like, it's a 6 hour
That's usual.
Like,
at a hospital?
It depends
you don't see the problem?
It depends on where, because I went to Scarborough. I was only waiting for, like, 2 hours one time when I just...
Well, it makes sense in Scarborough.
Scarborough, and then even Oakville, still less.
It makes sense for Oakville.
Not really. It's filled with old people. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They stay in hospitals.
Yeah. They need attention.
So it
be
would
nice.
be...
I just don't get it. Like, be nice.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong that I'm just saying there's so many old people.
They coming on rotation? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck we doing here? Jesus
I'm saying
God.
the wait should be longer based on those stats within those areas.
They need attention too.
What do you mean they need attention too?
Well, we care about old people, especially in Oakville. Like, they need attention.
Keep rolling your eyes like that because I know you're not serious.
I am so serious right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I am very serious.
Of course they need attention, so like they'll be as quick as they can with it, but the population, I'm just saying, it's like, I would expect that because there's so many that they're helped a lot faster or helped quicker, but that would mean everybody else has to wait longer. But I'm waiting
Not
less.
necessarily. It depends on what they're going through, their conditions and all that. You never know.
Yeah, but like if they have like one doctor in the hospital, then...
Because that's the other thing. There's not a lot of doctors in most hospitals in general.
Yeah.
Half of them are trying to go into private practice because like the government is really not giving them their pay for real. Like a lot of them just want to make more money because they also can't afford to do literally anything within this country. So if they're going private practice, you then also have to usually pay out of pocket if your insurance doesn't pay. Therefore, you're heading to the hospital because, you know, OHIP covers that, and you're waiting even longer.
Yeah.
So we're fucked.
Basically.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Welcome to Canada.
Absolutely. I'm just I don't got to pay for it. I'll wait because nothing's coming out of my pocket.
But if I'm being honest, I still would prefer that than over the States because I heard like having a baby costs you.
Like, I'm already not planning on having kids, but just the thought, the fear of, like, cryptic pregnancies. As a woman, like, you can be pregnant and not know it. Your belly's not getting big. You're still on your cycle consistently. And suddenly, you're in labor. Imagine living in America and that happens. Oh my God, you're instantly in debt. Like, you're instantly in debt. You will have the cleanest credit. You're in debt.
Yo, I looked up the price, how much it costs.
Minimum 10K. Minimum.
For a child?
For one baby. One baby.
10K?
One.
What is it?
18K.
Whoa!
And I said the minimum. I was shooting too low.
So almost 20.
Yeah.
For one you.
And that's not even including how much it's gonna cost to raise that. And imagine, like, you're unprepared. You're heading into labor. You don't have a stroller. You don't have a car seat, and you can't even leave that hospital without a car seat for that baby to be in.
You better pray that baby shower gets you everything you need.
That's what I'm saying. How do you even plan the baby shower? You just had the baby. It's here. It's here. There's no shower. It's a thunderstorm. Like, be so for real. Like,
And they're out there having sex like crazy out there.
Unprotected.
Unprotected.
No contract. Like,
And their abortion stuff is not even.
Hey, before we continue, okay? We'll jump right back.
We're already on the kids.
We're already on kids.
So we can get into a real topic.
Let's introduce this first, okay? Because like tutus is good, but like we gotta let people know who we are.
We
Like,
reached the right segue. That's
you know, like Jesus God.
We're about to hit in a whole different direction.
Holy shit, bro. All right. Anyway, welcome back to the Master Energy Podcast. I'm Randy. I'm here with
Okay, Prizzy.
Mimi.
You still rolling that, fam?
That's what people call me these days.
Nobody calls you back.
But you only, but I'll call up numbers. They'll say, "What's up, Prizzy?" I promise you that. I promise you that.
It
Okay.
makes me think of Princeton from One Direction. So keep that in mind.
So that's Kasean.
There you go. That's all you had to say.
I don't listen to One Direction. The fuck you think I'm gonna do with this?
You didn't?
That one song they had.
I'm so, like, one?
Yes.
Only One Direction song.
Yes. The one song that went popular. Yes.
That's the only one you know?
Yes. I promise you.
Where is Mrs. Right? I gotta see
That's
you.
not. Whoa.
We just caught it. Mimi.
Have you ever listened to the song?
You said
though?
One Direction.
Why did I say, oh my god? I meant mindless behavior. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mindless behavior. I said Prince's name. You guys still did not say anything that entire time. So
I'm not
y'all
gonna
just
lie.
as slow as me. Y'all just as slow as me.
We got that late. But when Randy said whoa, I said whoa.
Listen, I'm not the only slow one here. That's all that matters.
Nah, cause what caught me off guard and then she like my girl. I said
That's listen. That's what the whole time I'm picturing the music and everything.
You said One Direction, and that one song I know is that the baby I let it go like nobody else type shit.
yeah.
I was like, then you started singing some more. I'm like,
okay, I do know
Mrs.
some other
Right.
songs. I do know some other songs, but we're not talking about them. I definitely know mindless behavior. That's my fault.
And then for Mindless Behavior, I only know the 2 tracks they have. Yo.
Not gonna lie.
I'll pack my shit
I don't
right now.
I don't know what songs.
All I know is Mrs. Right
Mrs.
and
Right.
Girlfriend.
Both good songs, but still. Like,
That's the only songs I know.
and
What do you mean and?
Princeton was still a legend. Princeton was still that guy.
Which one was Princeton?
The one with the afro, the light skinned one.
The background nigga?
I mean, I was
he
on
in
Ray
jail?
Ray's team, but now no, that's Ray Ray.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Rock Royal, the other one with the cornrows.
Him?
Yeah.
He looked like a good youth.
Really? He looked like he got his.
Why is he in jail again? I think.
I really don't remember, but I know Ray Ray is now married. He got a youth. He did go to jail for a little bit, I think. But yeah.
If I'm
And Princeton's just.
What's with R&B niggas in jail?
I don't know.
Can you answer that for us?
Why?
Yeah. Why are they so violent?
I mean, you're wearing his merch, fam.
Chris Brown never went to jail.
He did.
No, he did community service.
He went to jail, fam.
No, he didn't.
He went to jail.
For what?
What do you mean for?
For what?
You are the wrong
What?
man to be saying that.
For you're talking about Rihanna?
I'm giving you a
He didn't go to
brother. I'm giving you a warning right now. Be careful.
I literally
careful.
just heard the report the other day again.
Are you listening to me? I'm trying to help you.
He went to community service. He went to court.
I'm so sorry.
No, I actually like Mimi. She needs to come back to work because we can actually. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, Randy. Some of our other podcasts with some of the I'm not even gonna say any names.
Speak your shit.
Some of the guests we have or you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna
speak your
I'm not gonna
piece.
say any names.
The whole world already knows you're beefing.
I'm not even gonna say her name. But
say the name.
I'm not gonna say the name.
The other girl on it.
That's what I figured because I was like, there's probably only other one person you'd be disagreeing with, and it's probably a woman.
Not even. No, it's not even.
Wow. How you let that go over your head, fam? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nah, she literally like I try like having intellectual conversations is so difficult because like
you look at the camera while saying that to us.
Nah,
I have to make sure it's looking at y'all.
I'm singling out like you. I'm not like
no, because like we can't go through a proper podcast without her trying to attack one of us for no reason.
Define attack.
I define attack.
When a man says attack, like, I need to know the context. I gotta hear her side. I just gotta hear
Just
her
saying
side.
stuff like, oh, are you really listening to the shirt guy talk?
Nigga, no. I'm not allowing you to do that, bro.
Yeah?
I'm not allowing you to do that to Alexa. I'm not allowing you to. Bro, you said under her wig she's bald, fam.
I defended.
What is wrong with
because
you?
she attacked
You
me
roasted
first.
her.
She roasted me first. I'm supposed to stay quiet?
Yes.
No.
You gotta be the bigger person.
Bigger. How much have I been a bigger person? The first time we were there, I barely said anything. I was actually nice to her. I was saying nice stuff. The day we came wearing the same.
But you were talking kind of crazy.
I was talking crazy because she was talking crazy to me. I didn't say anything bad to her.
No, but you were just talking crazy in general.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't talking crazy in general. Like, what was I saying crazy in general?
You know exactly what you were saying. So don't even try that. Don't even try that. I don't think it's posted yet. I think it's posted.
No, I don't think so.
I know it's not posted
No,
yet.
it's not posted. No,
It's not posted yet. It'll come up soon.
So I'll watch that and then I'll tell you who was wrong.
It's gonna be him.
No, it's not gonna be me.
I'm gonna keep it a bad. It's gonna be you.
Oh my gosh.
Let's keep it a
I
bad.
was defending myself and it just was not.
And I know exactly episode 2 is. The episode with Sean in it too.
You seem like the type of person, when somebody goes low, you go to hell.
Yo.
Like, you go to, like, the pits.
Yo, let me tell you something. You are sick fuck.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yo.
Because no, I'm very, very nice. But when people like really disrespect me, it's like okay.
It's
like,
okay, honey. I get it. As a vertically challenged person, I too understand that fuse. Like, it can.
I can take church jokes, fine. Those are fine. But like when you're trying to have like a serious conversation and then you're just like throwing shots for no reason, it's like
it's context and the dismissiveness. Like, it depends.
You're telling me the first time the first part with her friend, fine, cool. I said well. No, yeah. Fair enough.
You got roasted.
I got roasted. Fair enough. I'll grant that. But the second time when we came there,
when it was the 5 of us.
I was wearing, what was I wearing? I was wearing the same thing that she was wearing, and I complimented her. She's like, ew, and I'm just like,
okay, I'll give her that because that wasn't necessary.
But even I wasn't on the podcast. Ray told me she was talking about me still talking about me.
You concern a lot of people.
Oh, why is she talking about me?
I don't know.
Did you make a bad impression?
No, this girl sees me once a year at Caravana. Once a year at Caravana. I mean, she seen me recently more because of the podcast, but before the podcast, she literally seen me once a year at Caravana. And I only went to 2 Caravanas.
Maybe she don't like short men. I don't know.
This thing, I've dealt with short men my entire life, like, to some respect, and it's like, I see y'all as my peers to a certain extent, because it's like, I hear short jokes all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna feel for you in that context.
Yes. I don't care about short jokes.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Stop the cap.
No, I don't. I find it funny.
How tall is she?
She's around my height.
Tall women are a little bit meaner.
But the thing is, it's not even about the short jokes.
They're not meaner, but it's like,
yeah,
they don't say something like if they have the opportunity. And I don't blame them, because if I was taller, I'd be saying something.
No, it's not even like the short jokes. It's just it's the level of disrespect when you say some stuff.
Is it the tone?
No, she's in her, what was it? Masculine era. I want to hear. Yeah.
So parenting, guys.
Yeah,
parenting. Let's start with parenting today.
I'm sorry.
Are you good? So yeah, let's start with parenting today, because you fucking ass. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna cut that shit out, bro. All right, so. All right, so how should we deal with parents now?
I mean,
with raising their children. Because in today's society, 2024.
I mean,
we all saw that one video with them girls dancing and twerking the sexy rap.
The little ones?
Yeah. We all saw that, right? I mean, you said the little ones, so you know.
I know. Like,
so,
that's the problem.
and you shared that in the chat, so.
No kids.
I saw the video personally. I'm sitting there, I'm like, where's the parents at?
I'm not agreeing. Please understand, I am not agreeing with that video or what happened.
Okay.
They're too young to have ever been exposed to that kind of, like, Because I can't imagine, like, they were like at least 5. Like,
Yeah,
they were
5.
so young.
Yeah.
When I was 5, like, there were some songs that I heard, but I didn't really understand them. But even then, they were not as crude. They weren't as explicit. Like they weren't that bad.
Because we listened to the R&B. It was the R&B era.
Like you could have been talking about the nastiest shit. You wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't know because of the way
until you got into a certain age when you're like, oh, clocked it. But
like that one song, "Freakily," by Petey Pablo. Yo, I listened the other day. I'm like, this nigga talking about some wild shit.
Or a thong song.
Thong songs.
Like, I knew it was a thong, but in my head I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. Like,
no, but
and I was probably like 11 or 12,
exactly.
like at that age. Like
underwear.
Yeah, but
that's it.
But thongs are usually.
Well, was he talking about a G-string? He was talking about thong. Now there's a difference.
I mean
if
a G-string is a type of thong.
Of course, but like, was he talking about a G-string?
I mean,
did you see any G-strings?
They're both very thin.
They're both thin.
They go back.
Hey, I'm trying to defend the nigga.
As a shorty who would be wearing either one day or both entirely too thin.
Like
I'm trying to defend
entirely
him,
too thin.
No, but like it's like
the thong song was not the best. Like you'd have to watch the music video to really understand.
No, here's the thing. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If
like,
you don't watch the music video, it's a little different.
Been like, like you just came like as a little kid, you'd be like, oh, I just came out of the bathroom, like my panties. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you didn't see the video, you wouldn't have known. But like with Sexy Red songs, like they're very explicit. They're way too young. If they're like in again, not even saying I condone, but I can't talk shit because when I was in like middle school heading into high school, I was singing Or Not.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So please be so real. Please be so real.
Yeah.
You know you were singing that song at ages that you shouldn't even be knowing things like that.
Fair enough. That's true.
So if that video was them like, middle school, 13, a little bit older, like I would have like, that's not right, but that I wasn't right either.
Yeah.
But 5 years old.
That's a problem. And the thing is, so me and my friend we were talking about how like when does a baby absorb knowledge or become developed from baby? From the age of being born to the age of 5 is when the first development happens. So if you're playing this type of music throughout that development, you're absorbing that.
And the other thing that I would say is like, it depends on if you're listening to that song for enjoyment or if you're listening to that and absorbing whatever the hell she's saying in the like as a parent as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're absorbing what she's saying as a parent, you're gonna exhibit that in front of your child.
And the fact that they were dancing, trying to twerk, they either seen the video or seen the parents do it.
I don't think there was a video at the time.
I don't think so.
No, but you can tell from the lyrics what to do. They literally sing "Hands on your knees," bro.
Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
No, there was a video for it.
Shake that ass for Drake.
No, that video came out very recently.
Yeah. Rich Baby Daddy?
That was the one when she was like pregnant.
Yeah, when her water broke. Bro, that came out just now, fam. Look how
less than a month ago.
Bro, the song is telling them what to do, so that's how.
So how did the kids know how to twerk?
The song is telling them what to do.
Yeah, but the song just said.
Drake and shake that ass for me.
You need to understand.
Hands on your knees.
You need to understand
Hands on your knees.
That's crazy.
Are you listening?
This world's done for. This world's done for.
That's crazy.
Lord Jesus,
Again,
take this world.
Sorry, the song is a bop, but would I ever play that around a little kid? Absolutely the fuck not. Like, it just doesn't make sense because I know what it means. It doesn't even matter if the child knows what it means. If you know what it means and you know what's wrong, why are you allowing your child to do that, to dance to the song? It does not make any sense.
It just shows the maturity level and what kind of responsibilities they actually take for their children.
The last, literal, I would even say year, all I've been seeing is, parents that are within our age group literally saying out loud who allowed us to be parents because we're unserious. And they're unserious.
Yeah, unserious.
They know they're unserious.
They care about matching more with their children and putting them through proper education.
Because everybody wants a mini-me, which is so selfish.
Yeah, but honestly, having a mini-me is not the problem here. I want somebody that's I want a child that's like me, 100%.
You're supposed to raise that child.
No, of course. But even though I want a mini-me, I'm still gonna teach him or her the proper morals, how you're supposed to grow up. Still gonna teach them proper education. I'm still gonna teach them proper education.
You didn't have to flip the phone from.
When I flip it, no, when you flip it goes silent.
Okay, my phone.
Yeah.
Advanced technology.
I'm pretty sure. I think every
It doesn't
phone
look
does
like an
that.
iPhone, so I'd never get it.
That's what I'm saying. iPhone's gonna do
You can
that.
set that setting up where you just go to your call settings and whenever you flip the phone over, it just goes silent.
Interesting.
That's for every phone. It doesn't matter.
Let me find out.
Like,
Keep talking.
My phone's on D&D all the time, but so it does literally not matter. But
yeah. So what was I saying? Like I want a kid, like either a guy or a girl, right, to grow up like me. But the only difference is I'm gonna teach them the proper stuff, like what's gonna get them into the right places. I'm gonna raise them correctly. There's nothing wrong with having a mini me. It's just what you're teaching that mini me. And if you want a mini you and you're acting like you're like 25, if you're a 25-year-old mom and you're teaching your kid to be like you at that age doing bad stuff, that's where the problem comes in. But there should be nothing wrong with wanting to have a mini you.
You don't understand though. It couldn't just be like.
my thing is, and this is why I've always said, like, this is on my own personal reason, I don't have a reason to have children because I've never been able to find an unselfish reason. Because when you think about it, when that child is born, your entire life revolves around them. It doesn't matter what you got going on before that child, it doesn't matter what you want to have going on after that child.
Yeah.
Your entire life revolves around that. But on top of that, you also have to understand, as much as this is your child, this is also a literal person.
Yeah.
Like, person that's separate from you. They're gonna grow up differently than you no matter how much you try to raise them.
Yeah.
Like, even if you want to raise them differently because like you didn't like how you were raised, or maybe you liked how you were raised and you want to raise them similar, you cannot guarantee that like their cognitive function is gonna be also thinking the same way as you, where they might agree with whatever teachings. Because again, you would experience this with your own parents, like when you're younger and they're trying to give you some advice, and in your head you're like, I don't know if that would apply to me specifically, but thanks.
Yeah.
And depending on how that conversation goes, maybe you try it, you don't like it, or maybe you try it and you do like it, and then you realize like that child is gonna have that moment where they're just like, oh, like I'm not really like my parent, but like I still love them. But some parents are not okay with their kids not turning out like them because they want their mini me, or because they want that other half, or because they want like to fill that hole that they think that they need to fill, and all these other reasons.
Yeah.
Like it, and that's my thing. Like not a lot, but there's quite a few women who I've asked, like, what made you think that you want to be a mother? And those are the reasons that they give me. But I'm like, did you think about like that person as an individual, as somebody completely separate from you, as much as you want a mini me?
Yeah. And I think that's the level that people need to understand. Is like, sure, you could raise a kid however you want, but the kid's gonna turn out whatever they decide what they want to do, which is totally fine. That's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to raise them the best we can, right? Which is why I always say it's very important to have two parent households. Very important. Because the reason why is because a man and a woman, they both have two different perspectives on how to raise a child. As long as they're in an agreement on some things, like, but they go about it in a different way. So it's like, it gives the kid an option to, okay, so my dad is telling me this and my mom's telling me this, but the main point of what they're saying is for me to be safe, or to do, or like, so like for example, my dad's saying to text whenever I'm going out, my mom's saying just to text here and there, you know, but I don't want to text my dad all the time. I want to text here and there, but now I know that it's just to keep me safe. It's like, as long as you're giving them the options, you're giving them the lessons and telling them the stuff behind it, the reason why, it gives them the opportunity to, okay, so now I'm going to move like this, now I'm going to move like that, right? So it's just, I don't know. I think it's just how you raise your kids. It's like,
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I think I just have a different view of it, because even from my own perspective, I don't think it's mandatory to have a two-parent household, like household specifically. I'm not saying the child shouldn't have both parents in their life, but I don't think a two-parent household is necessary so long as the child's like immediate needs are being handled. Yeah. Because again, things happen in life where like maybe you think you're with the person that you want to have a kid with, and then you realize it's not compatible. But what's most important is that child's development, their growth, and like their future. So the other piece is I also think the nuclear family is kind of propaganda to a certain extent, but that's a deeper hole to have to dive into. But it's also just the fact that, like, I think it also plays into the fact that, like, as women, we're now no longer in the house as more quote unquote.
Yeah.
So it always comes down to, I understand, like, the different perspective between man and woman, but I think child rearing, like, how you raise your child should be, like, an agreement between partners. Like, there should be, because if one person's, like, having one expectations and the other person's having a different expectations, I can't imagine that, like, those conversations between the parents aren't going to be, like, a little bit tense where it's like, no, he should be texting me this often.
Yeah.
No, like, and that's the other thing. It always also depends on, unfortunately, the gender of the child, how they're raised.
Yeah.
And that's something that always ends up being, like, very screwed up depending on the parents. Because when you mention, like, perspective of, like, dads and moms, like, if it's a daughter, that dad's going to be needing her to be checking very often versus the mom who might know, like, you know, like, my girl's going to be open with me and all these things, or vice versa. If it's a guy, like, the dad's going to be like, oh, he'll check in me when it's necessary, and the mom's going to be like, no, like, I got to make sure that he's okay, all these things. They're going to have their different reasons for their worrying, but as long as that, like, agreement on how they should parent is there, then that's all that should matter, whether they're in the house together or separate.
I agree. But that's why I said it also falls to explanation too, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, if you're going to tell your child something, explain to them the reason why, right? So that they have that understanding rather than... It's
about open communication, but keep in mind, a lot of us grew up with the, because I said so, because I'm the parent, because I'm your mom.
And that's something that we have to, that's something we have to change if we're going to be parents. Like, we got to stop saying that, because it's like I don't want my kid to be like, oh, I'm afraid to ask me something, I'm going to go ask my mom. I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to feel confident enough that whatever you're going to ask your mom, you can also ask me, right? But when you're given the, oh, well, because I said so, and one person...
Yeah, like, you want, like, the kid to be comfortable with asking whoever's around, not like, oh, I gotta wait till dad's home, because, like, dad always tells me yes, or I gotta wait till mom's home. Like, it's whichever parents are around, like, they'll have that conversation with me and explain whether or not, like, this is something they want me to do or otherwise, because, as you mentioned, it's that explanation of why I was that child. My mom couldn't stand me. I was that why child. Like, my mom's telling me to do this. I'm like, why? Because I wanted to know why.
You wanted to know the reason why.
Yeah. And if she gave me a valid reason, I'd be like, bet, I'm gonna go do it then. Like, But if she gave me no valid reason, I would sit there and be like, okay, that doesn't really make sense. Can you give me, like, another explanation? Like, I would make her sit, and she would try that. I just was not that child. She was like, oh, you'd be a great lawyer. I'm like, I don't need to argue all day. I already do that with you.
Like,
no.
It's kind of tough, though, because, like, I understand both sides. Like, I understand, like, the dual household. I understand single. You kind of see it in today's society.
No, but even if they're single household, it's the same. Like, it's like, I'm agreeing with her the same way. Like, you don't have
to be agreement of parenting.
Agreement of parenting. That's the...
I mean, it also depends on, like, the maturity level on the parents too.
That's the problem.
And are they able
we already
to move
had the
through
conversation
life?
of, like, maturity in the sense that some people have selfish reasons for having kids and some people just actually plan.
Because a lot of guys and girls.
Supposed to go silent when you turn it upside down.
I don't know if I have the setting on.
It does. Crazy.
That's I have to go like that.
I went through my phone and 2 twos, like,
through the settings.
I have to.
See, mine is on D&D. Like, I just got a phone call and that shit did not go through still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just you can put a phone on D&D. I didn't know that.
Wait, what?
I just
don't do that. But anyway, I kind of lean towards dual more than single, cause it's only because of what I see on social media, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
what's crazy is what I see on social media is exactly where I like. Not for me. That's exactly why I'm just the either no kids or I'm gonna, if I ever get into like a serious relationship, that person has to understand we are going to be dual income, no kids couple. Like 2 incomes, no kids, because it's not to say that I wouldn't want to be having kids. I think kids are beautiful. I just want to be that auntie. Like, I don't want the response.
Don't tell me you want to be the rich auntie.
Absolutely.
To be honest though, given your demeanor and the way you are, I know you might not like this, but I think you'd be a good mom. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the thing is, I would never say.
I'm not gonna lie.
And the thing is, I don't disagree with you. I mean, it's because as I mentioned, like
Yeah.
when you have a kid, that becomes your entire life. Your entire life.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't get that.
They don't get that, and that's
Yeah.
my problem. If I have that child, any dream I could even imagine myself having,
It's damn near finished.
it's gone. Like I could possibly get it with them alongside, but so much of that would be put to the side until
Yeah.
I know that they're set and they're okay. And I'm sorry, but I'm selfish enough for myself to say that I don't want to do that.
No, and that's understandable, right? But if you're gonna become that rich auntie and have that money, then
Oh my God, I'm babysitting almost all the
No,
time. Type shit, where it's
exactly.
Like, I'm gonna have them kids, but I'm gonna drop them off right after because they are yours.
I came to pick up my son.
Yo. Yo, I thought the same. Let me say I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. Yo.
My son.
Same time next week? Oh my God. What the fuck?
So serious.
But that's exactly why I made that statement that you'd be a good mom, because it's like you wanting to see yourself at a higher level with income and stuff like that. So if you have the money, I feel like the reason
It's for me to share for the community, because as I mentioned, the community is such a big part for me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I know a lot of my friends want kids, and I want them to always be able to reach out to me for like diapers, like all those little things. If I have a baby and I have them, I'm gonna give them to you too, or like I'm still willing to make that expense. But having a child is an expense that would make that harder for me. The other piece of it is like growing up. I was literally talking to my mom about it. It's so funny. I was talking to my mom about this today. But I had this cousin who I was always spending time at her house, but like she was technically like a play cousin, like she was my mom's friend's daughter. But like that was my cousin. We would hang out all the time. But I would always tell my mom, I need you to understand, anytime you drop me off there, whatever adult you saw with us, the moment you left, they were gone because we were babysitting.
Yeah.
We were babysitting their young kids, like from as young as like a year old to even like 6, 7, and I was like maybe 10 or something.
Yeah.
So I've been babysitting kids for as like long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I've been taking care of kids for as long as I could remember.
Yeah.
I've raised enough kids.
No! The fuck? You can't say shit like that.
No, you need to understand. My mom would be like,
say shit like that.
I'm telling you. I was
You
like,
just
bro,
went through the prerequisite.
Auntie and uncle were never there. You thought they were watching us? No, we were watching their kids. After they dropped us off, they left because their babysitters were here. What's not clicking?
No, you can't. No, I don't care what you say. You can't say that. What are you doing?
Raising up kids. And I have
What do
no
you mean
younger
raising up
siblings.
kids?
See, and like, I don't know, but I feel like a lot of the reason why people like that whole dream thing, I think the dream thing is put aside is because they don't have the means to afford it. If you have the means to afford it, then you having a kid and doing your dreams, it's not going to be an issue.
A lot of people don't have the means to afford it.
Then they need to work on getting there before they have kids.
Because that was my only other exception for myself. I said if I reach a certain age where like I've got everything I need, even if I don't got no man, adoption's an option. Like surrogates, like there's so many different options that I could have if I really want that kid. But the other piece was I was like, if I also reach a certain age and that kid's not here, I'm throwing the whole room out. Like I don't need it anymore. Like there's actually no need for it because I don't need to suffer.
She gonna throw it in the trash. No.
Hysterectomy hit me up. Like I'm so serious. Like
no.
It's gone because it just is what it is, and I would literally put so much more of my effort and my like finances into the families that don't have that.
I was calm. I was calm when you said this, but no.
It's gone. Like fling. Like what other word can I use? It's gone because between menopause, between like all of these things, like if I know there's nothing like happening there, why am I putting myself through that?
No. I can't accept that. I'm sorry.
I accept it, Rand.
I can't accept that. I don't give a shit.
And I am preaching for more women to do this. Listen, like
more women.
If you reach a certain age, why are you waiting till menopause, lady?
Well, what's the age?
Get rid of it.
What age you're talking about?
Girl, 50.
Oh, okay.
Like
that's understandable.
Okay, that's fair.
45 to like, there's some people who reach like menopause fairly early. So I'm saying like between 45 to 50. Like if you have not had your first child. By that point, that's also very high risk.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. That's literally high risk for that lady to
wrap it up.
like it's Bro, she could die, the babies could die. Why are you putting yourself through that?
Wrap it up is crazy. I don't give a fuck
Wrap
what
it
you
up.
say. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Wrap it up and trash it, like literally.
Don't say that. Don't say trash it. Nah, you're wrong for that one. I ain't gonna hold you. You're wrong for that
If I could donate it to somebody else, I absolutely would, but the science isn't there yet.
Y'all wrong for
like,
that.
Like if she's still in good condition at that point, but she's almost at her limit, and there's that one person who just really wants to go for it. Go for it.
So when would you have your what? Like I know you're not looking for kids now, but when would you want to have your kid?
If it's not by 35, I'm already kind of like getting my stuff ready.
You can't
booking
decide
the
that.
appointments, like
This girl's looking at brochures and shit.
like by 35, I'm kind of keeping my eye open. Like I might have that like maybe one egg frozen type shit and think about it, and then by like 40 hits, nobody else is around. What am I doing? Like like let's book that appointment.
What would make you What would make you want to have a kid? Because I know you said you're not like.
I don't think there is anything.
I'm not even kidding. I can't even imagine. Like it would take like a man from God himself. Like, and I'm not even just saying just any. No, I mean this man has to literally fall from the earth, like from the sky.
Gift wrapped.
You hear this? One the gift, right?
Because that's the only
You hear what
way
she's
I
asking
can know proof.
Yeah.
That this is the person that God.
She's looking for like a volcano to explode, and then her man just ascends.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That image.
But see the thing is she's not wrong. Like that's how a lot of people should think when it comes to their partner, because we're just.
Do you want to know another perspective?
Actually,
let me tell you something. I've seen this girl. She changed my life. She changed my life. Y'all ever heard of a push present?
what?
A push present. A push present is the gift you get after you push out a child. And a push present ain't no
The child is the gift. I don't know what you getting at.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm scared.
What is
I'm scared.
Wait,
I'm scared.
what is a push present?
My ability to give birth is the gift, and you better say thank you, my good sir.
That's true.
Please, because without me, there is no child.
Here's the thing.
Hey.
The baby is the miracle. Giving birth is the gift.
Thank you. I'll take that. But that's my point. Like, a lot of women are getting push presents because, like, especially black women, because let's be so real, like, the highest rate of, like, female mortality when it comes to pregnancy is usually women. Like, so if I'm putting my literal life on the line, I better have something to show for it after besides the baby.
Oh, wait.
That's
Wait.
That's both of ours. This is our present. Wait, mine. Matter of fact, it could be yours because you can't even have
Stop everything.
So what's the push?
No. So you're meaning to tell me when you give birth to a child, you're expecting a gift?
Not just any gift. It better be a house or a car for that you. A house for that child to live in. A car for me to drive that child to school.
Okay.
Like, it's not just all random. It's a gift that shows like this is an investment into the future.
That shouldn't even be a push present. That should be something
that should
before.
already be there.
It should be there before, but again, with the economy at this point, circumstances might always call for that. So if we're at the point where we're saying we're financially ready for a baby, you better be ready for that financial push present afterwards. With that also being said, biggest thing that the girl said in that video, she said, a surrogate gets nearly 200K. Yeah. Why can't you get 80? Or sorry, a surrogate gets 80K minimum. Why can't you get 200K?
Yeah.
Surrogates literally get paid to do that exact job.
Yeah. Word?
Yes.
No.
Stop everything.
You didn't know? No. You didn't know?
Surrogates make money.
They make money.
Do you know how much Kim was paying?
Randy,
no.
I'm gonna pull
Let's go.
I'm gonna pull the numbers
because this can fix a financial problem for everybody.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if a surrogate
someone
can
get
get
the
that
test
much money,
tube. Get the test tube. Get the test. Yo, we about to collect a bag. Yo, let me tell you something.
Wait.
Look at this.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yup.
That's what I'm saying. She said that my whole entire world changed. Because I already knew that, but I never made that correlation. Bitches giving.
I got a serious. I got a very serious question. Is this why men?
That is so crazy. First of all, you are not guaranteed a womb. Like I said, I donate mine to like trans people if they really wanted it, but like it's not possible yet.
I swear it is. I swear
You
it
can
is.
switch the genitals, but I don't think you can switch the internals.
No, they're dying.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, there was
When
a guy,
they give, no, because I heard some of them give birth.
No, that was a lie. That wasn't just.
Oh, it's not true?
No,
No.
they might have already been a female.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Oh, maybe.
The guys that are transitioning to girls, they're dying.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they.
So why they keep pushing that?
Well, because they literally invert your pee.
Yeah.
Like they.
You know what? Never mind.
I was about to say, I don't even want this
Never
conversation.
mind. Let's go. Let's continue with parents.
So kids, parents,
Yes. No, but okay. Problem is, okay. The biggest.
He's so flabbergasted.
Yeah.
He's so flabbergasted.
I am trying.
You
my
sound like
hardest to
Orlando
not-
Brown right there.
Here's what we're talking about maturity levels within certain people having children.
Going back to what I was saying before, because like I still kind of lean towards dual parent households. I ain't gonna hold you.
I lean towards it, but the thing, but what I do, like,
But I do understand your point.
Like you don't like 2-parent households. You don't have to have a 2-parent household. You just have to have 2 functioning parents and both showing the child love and so giving them coming into agreement.
But my biggest thing is like it breaks up the family unit.
Why? Why would it?
Well, based on what the kid sees. For example, if you see like.
Okay, Randy. Here's my one thing. Actually say what you're gonna say, but I already told you my rebuttal to that.
Yeah.
And just say what you gotta say.
Okay, so like, it's based on what the kid sees, right?
Yeah.
So say for example, if your kid sees like both parents are in the household.
Yeah.
We all know it's not perfect, everything, right? But as long as they still see it, the parents care, parents are putting in the work, everything for the kid.
Yeah.
I think that's more beneficial for the child, aside from kids or the parents living separately.
Yeah.
From the kids, kind of messes up the thought process.
Yeah.
For like having a family unit, because it kind of shows with today's society, like we see a lot less family like values being.
But you're making it seem like they're not also exposed to like children outside that have single parent houses that are still very functional, or probably
That's
even
true.
more functional than what they're dealing with at home. Because that's my other thing. I've also seen many children with dual parent households literally saying, like, before I moved out of like my house, like for school or whatever, I wish my parents had just divorced because like it was even worse living with them together.
Well,
I know
it depends on like what kind of environment that kid is
of
in.
course,
Whatever that is, or
of
what
course,
that
but that's
kid
still
sees.
also based on the same maturity that you're arguing, saying that because even 2 immature people together is not going to be the best situation for a child.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's what I'm saying, like if they're like even if they're like not in the same household, like going out to events together, like those type of stuff.
Like for like the Christmas show or something like that for school, like 2 parents still showing up, taking pictures with the child, like that could still matter so much more to them than them living in the same house because they know when they're living in the same house it's beef.
I don't know.
100%. Because what's the difference between them being in the same
They're
household?
showing up, they're still present, they're still giving you like the love and like the resources you need, the affection you need. Like
it's hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause like
exactly.
I understand
it's
like
not
I understand
on
the
both
single.
parties at the end of the day.
But okay, we're not looking at it this way. What if one parent dies? There's no other person in the household.
Yeah, it's
Well, that's a completely different situation.
No. But no, it's not. It's really not though. It's still a single parent household now because there's nobody else in the picture.
But that's a completely different like situation for the kid to see. Death is different from
but the
if
kid
parents just being separated.
But as a kid,
if the parents are just naturally separated from the jump, it's a different story than what's being told than one of the parents dying.
The difference is that the parents that are separate, they're still coming together doing events. So.
Not a lot, bro.
It's not a lot.
I kind of get it, but it's still very much 2 different situations.
It's not the majority. That's like more of a minority situation.
True.
You don't see that a lot.
True.
In reality, like when it comes to like single parent house, you're not gonna get that kind of life.
Cause I came
Kids
from a single parent
dream for
household.
that. That's what kids dream for.
Oh, I've been
for at least
my dreams cry. My dreams cry.
Of a 2-parent household?
Yeah.
I was cool, and I don't know about y'all, but like I really just love just having my mom around. Like I could just be one of those.
like I said, like
No,
this whole thing
do
it's
too.
situational.
No, like because for me, realistically, it was one of those where like my mom was also like in an abusive relationship. I would have never wanted to see her within that. I only mostly heard stories about it after the fact because by the time I could like singulate a thought, like my mom was already in Canada. Like she left when I was 3. But
Where are you from?
Zimbabwe.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So like, I lived back home with like my brother's dad at the time, and like I mostly like I was living with his grandmother, not even my brother's dad because he wasn't around. Like he was just a completely deadbeat type situation. So. And even then, I was still a daddy's girl. Every time he came around, I was like, Daddy! Like, I was still like,
Yeah.
but then I came to Canada and like my mom, she even brought him because she wasn't trying to keep us away from each other. She's like, you know what, like I want your father to be around you and to help, like, you know, watch you grow and all these things. He's the one that still made his own personal decision to go all the way back home on his own. So it's one of those things where you can do all your best. You can try as hard as you can to keep that family unit together. Someone may still decide to leave, and that's fine. But then I also was hearing stories because I'd be crying. My mom like, Mommy, like, why aren't you and Daddy together? Why aren't you and Daddy together?
That's the moment.
And that hurt her literally more to hear that because she knows why they're not together.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like, eventually when she did tell me, I even apologized. She was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know I was young, I didn't know, but I'm sorry for even asking you that because you were dealing with something else.
Yeah.
And so and it doesn't have to be physical, it could just be emotional abuse, whatever. Yeah. But sometimes it's just literally better for your kids to not have to witness that and do your best to make sure that other partner is still in your child's life. Yeah. She would still drop me off to his house, no problem. She would still like make sure that him and I are communicating. It was when I made the decision that I didn't want to communicate with him anymore that she was just like, okay, like, that's your decision. And he would resent her for it. Like, he never asked himself or asked me, hey, Michelle, why aren't you talking to me? And I would have straight up told him, I'd be like, well, like, here's the thing. I know you've done certain things, but you've never shown any, like, apologetic behavior toward it. You were also very absent. You chose after Mom brought you all the way to Canada to go all the way back home because you had your own selfish reasons. You didn't care enough. Like, all those little things. But he's never asked me. He just blamed my mom. And that's something that's still very frequent within, like, a lot of, like, immature relationships, as like you would describe, like because there's just that animosity between the parents that's going to affect the children, even if it's separate. So I get it, but it's also like giving that child an opportunity to kind of even see for themselves that the alternative is not any better. Like the alternative is literally not any better.
Like me, like I'm glad I was raised by my mom, not raised by my dad, but I would have wanted if my dad was a better person to be in my life. That's what I would want.
You're not wrong for wanting your dad to be around, to be a better person, but you can't expect that of them after they've shown you who they are.
I'm still waiting on the text. When can I see you? Haven't received. It's been I think like 14 years, maybe longer.
Give or take.
Give or take. Maybe the text message just didn't send. I don't know.
Maybe you change your phone number between then and now. Like, it could be on you. It really could be on you. Apparently, it could be on you.
I don't know what's going on. Shoot.
But again, every situation is different. But that's why I'm just saying, like, it's hard to say that those are ideal, considering there are still kids without that other parent that are probably doing way better. First of all, let me even give an example of like how many freaking athletes didn't have their daddy around and look how great they're doing. 100%. You literally cannot 100%. Say that two-parent household is perfect and ideal.
No. It's not. You don't need a two-parent household.
You don't need it. It might be financially, it's beneficial. Because the one thing I do understand is sometimes when you're dealing with separate households, like, there's always the expectations of somebody to be paying child support, and maybe that other person just doesn't want to. Not that they can't, they just don't want to, and that makes it financially strainful on that child, and there's repercussions for that.
100%.
But I also have been seeing a lot of women giving full custody to their men and willing to just pay that child support and say goodbye, and I say good to your sister. Get that man that child. Y'all the same one saying, oh, I don't want to pay child support. I'm going to get full. Have it. Have the child. Have it.
No.
You want it.
I had enough. Because, okay, no. Okay. My biggest question with this whole parenting situation is, why does this almost never happen in other races? Why is it only just the black race that goes to this shit?
Listen, I said
we need to get to the bottom of this shit, because it's getting ridiculous. Because all I see on the internet, out in the streets, everything is, it's black people going through this shit.
Because we can't stand each other. Like, we literally cannot fucking stand
each other. But why?
Because the system made us hate each other.
It's not the system. It's social media. Let's keep it a buck.
I honestly, like, I can't even blame social media or the system. Anymore. It's our own. Actually, we're all born with knowing right from wrong.
We choose to do wrong shit.
Exactly. That's not exclude the system out of this, because here's my one thing. Like, absentee father literally became prevalent during like the Jim Crow era.
No, of course,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, again, resentment was built during that time, because yes, like they're like from the women's perspective, their men were being sent to jail even for right or wrong reasons. Like they're being said they couldn't do nothing about that, and were literally forced to then like raise men. Because I can still always say like even if I want like to be honest, if I have a child, I want a son, but I can still say that like I might not have that right perspective to have like to teach him everything that I need to teach him as the man. But at the same time, I would still reach out to my other resources. Like I have a brother, I have uncles, like I have other people that I can like say, hey, like.
A lot of women don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even at some point, even if I were to have a child on my own with no man around, like that's I would still have like my male community, like to show my kid, like my son, like hey, like act right, because I can't teach you how to act right, but I sure as hell can tell you get somebody to teach you how to act right type shit. But that's my one thing. It's just like.
I'm also too, I believe, child support should not be a thing. I'll say it like this.
You're on dangerous.
No. Hear my point. Why child support?
I'm listening.
Why child support should not be a thing, because if the other parent, because this is a problem. Some women are using child support as a way to hurt the man, because there's some men that do want to be in their kid's life, and some women will keep their kid away and take that child support for their own needs. It's been shown so many times. So many women have requested child support.
I very much argue by case, because I've also seen like so many women saying like, oh, he's saying I'm keeping him away from his child, but when I ask him to come, he's not coming to pick up the child. Like he's not.
Oh, of course,
and then when he's not doing that, but I'm asking for child support, he then threatens and takes me to court, asking me for some sort of half custody type situation.
Yeah.
But they themselves are not showing them through their actions that they're being the present. Because that's my other thing. The reason why I believe like child support should be a thing is because if you're not actively like physically in that child's life and not making any type of effort, you have no right to say that you shouldn't be putting anything to that point.
I agree with you. Main point why I was saying why child support shouldn't be a thing is I think every person, when you decide to have a kid, when you decide to have sex, you, no matter if you like the person or not, after
I'm sorry, those are literally just the consequences of your actions. I've said this a million times. If you would never see yourself having a child with that person, why are you getting robbed?
Lust.
Why are you even looking at and that's what it is. That is literally your own. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit here and believe. I'm not listening here and being told that men. No, I'm not listening to being told that men are just such lustful creatures. No. That is embarrassing. That's pathetic.
Wait.
No, it's both.
It's a two-way thing.
No, because
I'm not saying it's a one-way thing.
No, a lot of
you must not know me.
No, because
you must not know me.
No, a lot of women prefer they like feeling the man's bare thing and not wrapped up.
Boy, come on.
They do. They do. Trust me. On average, most women want that.
You're not wrong. It's just crazy coming from you.
But
no, they do not.
Or even if they do, the polo game is such a hit or miss.
So okay, here's my other thing. I'm not saying that the women are right.
Mm-hmm.
You would sense. Why are you proceeding?
That's the problem. The problem they're doing. I agree with you.
She walked up to me.
I agree with you.
Well, keep it okay. Keep it a buck.
I agree with you. I don't know why. Even though if a woman saying that, why would you? You know that there's a chance that you're gonna have a child and you're still gonna stick it in wrong. Oh, I could pull out.
Like what? You have every right to say no. I'm gonna wrap it up. You have every right to say that.
But you know niggas are greedy.
That's their fault then.
And that's what I said I'm not listening to.
And that's your fault.
Your greed is not my fault.
But the girl wanted the same way. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're both at fault.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're both at fault. You're both
at fault.
You're both at fault. But if you still know that this is not somebody that you would even see yourself having a kid with, you need to imagine that you after that session. Imagine that you saying daddy when you come home, or worse, shorty calling you sometimes. Just imagine that video on Instagram. Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck my baby daddy. Imagine that. Just remember that the next time you think, oh, she wants it too. Do you want it?
And see,
do you want it?
I'm not. It's not me we're talking about.
No, of course. But you're vouching for the men that are literally.
Someone has to.
No one has to. There's no.
And that falls down to my point why I said if you are gonna irresponsibly have sex with a person you don't see yourself having a kid with, child support should not be in the. You guys are both taking care of that kid one way or the other. That I feel like they should make a rule like that. If you guys don't see yourself together and you guys have a kid,
the reason why it's there is because like if there's no law to enforce that, how many people you really think are really gonna follow? There should be that's literally why there's the law.
There should be a law.
Because let me find out. There's no like. That's the thing. Like that is the law. The child support is the only way to actually protect that child. Because at the end of the day, forget like
it's not even about
forget the child. Forget the parents. It becomes about the child at the end of the day because why are they suffering? Because y'all idiots. Like why are they suffering? Because I tell my mom all the time. I did not ask to be here. You were reckless. I tell her that.
Same with my mom.
I said you were reckless every time
you can't even say that to your parents.
No,
I
asked you.
Well, not in this house.
No, after so many years of being like, because this is the thing. Like, there are certain situations I just tell my mom, I'm like, listen, like, I'm so sorry I'm asking you this, but let's be so for real right now. You were reckless. I happened. These are your consequences.
My dad's a drug dealer. And you chose to mess with him.
You shouldn't have said that.
I don't care.
That's even the worst.
I don't care.
But why is it mad like that?
She wasn't with him. They had fun, and then boom, I was made. That's it. No excuses.
So you mean to tell me, like, you can't stand in front of your parents' face and say it's your fault? I'm here.
My mom literally called my dad ugly. She's like, he's ugly. I don't know. I don't see why. I just slept with him for fun.
So why the fuck?
Yeah, that's actually super crazy, but like, I get it. I still get it because I'm sitting here like,
no, it's because people just want, because like you said, with
because here's my other thing.
Go ahead.
Like, okay, I'm not gonna speak on the U.S. because y'all are going through hell. I'm so sorry about that.
Why would you apologize to them niggas?
I'm saying sorry about that Roe v. Wade shit because that's fair. Realistically, as a woman, I'm so glad I live in Canada because even if I was stupid enough and like maybe I'm just super lit and I said some really foolish shit and one thing led to another, I'm also somebody who gets
you gotta take that into consideration too.
If I was
with the way women speak nowadays, you gotta take that into consideration.
I know I'm talking crazy. Like I've talked crazy times here and there.
A lot of women don't admit that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anyways. Even when I talk crazy, the moment I sense something different within my body, I'm getting that test. I'm going to that clinic. I'm making sure everything's checked so quick enough that I also know I'm yeeting at you. Like, fleetus deletus. Like, there's no other way to say it.
No. Because I heard that from some. No.
Because I know I understand being reckless. Like, you might have been reckless, but I'll know better next time because I'm like, damn, like, I'm actually fertile like that. Like,
you don't understand.
That would click in me.
You don't understand, bro. Bro, she took the shot and said Kobe.
No,
Randy. She took the shot and said Kobe, bro.
Randy.
What the fuck?
Have you seen that picture? She said, throwing a baby into the basket. I literally use that picture every single time I have the opportunity. Like, you seen that picture that like she's literally throwing a baby into a basketball? That's crazy. It's like not a real person, but it's like a picture of a person.
See, but that's why I like, for me myself, I always said this. I can't even sleep with somebody unless for hookup wise. This is for a hookup case. I can't sleep with you if I don't know you. I can't sleep with you if I don't have a close connection with you, like as in like we're like super close, and I can't sleep with you if I don't see you as a mom. Because whether we're just friends having fun, if I don't see a mother quality in you, I'm not sleeping with you. Because
you're a good you.
Because you're a good person is just so crazy. Because if a man ever told me that, like, I'm sorry, if I just that specific line about if I don't see a mother quality in you, I'm running, I'm sprinting, like that's a threat. I would just take that as a threat. So like, I don't know when you might start acting crazy, but you might attempt to turn me into a mother, and I just gotta go. Because I don't even know if I want. I don't care if you see those mother qualities in me. Don't turn me into a mother.
No, I don't.
No, I get it. Yeah. I just saying. Yeah. If I heard that being said to me, I would like start crying.
Isn't that valid?
I would start crying.
Isn't that valid?
I'm not saying it's a wrong thing to hear, but
okay, I'm about to say I'm just sitting
like I'd be a little flattered on the side, like on the lowest of key, but then like in the back of my head, I'd be like, I no longer trust you. Like we gotta wrap it up every single time now because that's so scary to hear.
And I'd be see me if hearing that, I'd be fine with that because you don't want to take that risk. And that's. But
I also feel like that's something I would hear so much further down the line. Like if you're like in a long relationship, like then hearing like, oh yeah, like I really saw mother quality in you. If I heard that later on, but if I heard that before the situation happened, gone.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I said hookup reason why.
Oh yeah, hookup.
Because the thing is, if we're not gonna,
exactly the scenario that I had sprint.
Yeah, because but the thing is like if we're not planning on dating after this, right? And we both want to have sex raw, right? There's a chance whether the pillow game is perfect, because some girls get pregnant off of pre-cum. That's a part.
No, it is, but like
so it's
I
like
think we just have different contexts of like hookups, because like I think in my head like it's never been like a stranger. It's somebody that I've talked to for a decent amount of time. There's like that like underlying known attraction type shit where it's like I'm hitting you up after the club, but like I like know you and we might talk here and there, but it's never anything serious. But like I can't imagine being at a club. Like I know people do this shit. Like it's like you meet somebody, you just get really heated, and then you go back somewhere and you actually.
Yeah.
That is so terrible.
Yeah, that's
you really do not know what that person has. Like, forget pregnancy. No, like, just really sexual health-wise, that is terrifying.
That's why you have a bunch of delinquent
and I think when I met my mother qualities, I mean that I can trust in myself knowing that if we do have sex raw and you get pregnant, I know that you would be a person that would be able to take care of the kid with me, even though we wouldn't be together. So it's just as a sense of security. If I'm gonna have sex raw, if I'm having sex with a condom, then that's where it's a bit different. But if we're having bare sex raw, I have to know that I have to have confidence in you that we're doing an action where we're fooling around. You can get pregnant, no matter what the situation is. If you get pregnant, are you going to be able to take care of the child with me, even if we're not together? Those are just my three stuff that I have before I sleep with somebody.
So while you're having that internal conversation within yourself, is there a point at which you would have that with that person? Because even in the scenario that you're speaking on, because it's like a hookup type situation, is there a point where you would speak on that? Because that's my other thing. I feel like there aren't enough conversations had between two people who are even just choosing to decide to like lay in bed together.
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's like, our baby's even something you want, and our baby's something you would want with me specifically.
Keep it a buck though. Ain't nobody gonna have that conversation.
I did have that conversation with the last person I slept with.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, there's not enough of those, because you have to be so for real with yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's please understand the reason why.
I get it.
Because here's the thing: there's a lot of girls who end up just keeping the kid because, as you mentioned, there's ones that try to trap because they think, oh, like he's showing me that like he really cares about me and all these little things and those little actions. Like but that's because like that's also the person that he's presented himself to be. Like, he hasn't actually been outright and said like, bro, I'd never have a you with you. I'm just using you for sex or vice versa. So again, I'm not saying that she's right for keeping it, but I'm not saying he's right for doing what he did and proceeding to still with her raw continuously, knowing he would never have done that. Because after that, like they're usually like, oh no, don't keep it, like I don't want the youth or like whatever, or like I'm not ready for you. It's like, then why were you fucking me raw? Like that's so reckless. Don't do that.
As someone, like everyone knows I'm a security guy. So as someone that works security, and from what I see out there. There's some bullshit. I can hold you. Of course,
there's some bullshit, and that's why there's so many. That's why there's so many single parent household for
existing as right now, especially for our age.
It's not even just the age group; it's just for our culture too.
That's you, and this is why I keep saying I love black people, but I'm really not rooting for everybody.
We dumb as fuck
because it's so hard. I see this shit, and
you gotta root for the ones that are doing it right. Don't root for them. Dirty broke ass niggas and gal.
Okay, but not even broke. There's some people.
A lot of broke people. Fucking. What are you talking about?
But not even that. But there's some people in our culture that are just dumb and stupid.
Degenerates.
They're degenerates.
And I hate using that word in the context with black people because it's just like
it's true.
No, I know the thing. It's true in certain situations, but like. I just see that, I hear that, I don't like using that word because I hear it so used often with like other groups when we're also just doing something that like within our culture is not deemed as bad. Like, you know, like we could just be like having like a nice little party like at like the house or some shit, but like because it's a lot of black people, like, oh, they're being raunchy, they're being degenerates, they're doing all too much. Like that's still, like that's why I don't like using that specific word because it's been used so many times in that context with us. But when I'm saying like we are like becoming degenerates, it's like seeing like young, like as you mentioned, the young girls twerking on, like that's just degenerate.
And that's just the kids. Look at the teenagers.
Like
it's fucked up.
If you you wanna
The
have
amount
sex
of girls
raw?
wearing like heavy makeup in like even middle school and high school.
Oh.
I'm floored.
Yo, it confuses
I'm
me.
floored.
No, it confuses me.
It shouldn't, because the moment they open your mouth, you should know better. But
No. I'm talking based off look. As soon as they open their mouth,
this,
they're 12.
I don't know how to
What
explain
the fuck we
it.
talking about?
It's confusing only to a certain degree, because if you look long enough, I'm not even kidding, there's just certain behaviors that you realize, like, women my age don't be doing that shit. Like, they don't be moving like that. They don't be doing, like, hand movements like that. Like, that's, you gotta be looking carefully, because I don't care how grown her face or how grown her body looks. When you check body behavior, it is so obvious.
But keep it a buck. A lot of men are not looking at that.
And that's
a problem.
That's a problem.
I'm just saying.
That's
Yeah,
no, but
that's
here's
a
my thing.
problem.
It's a problem, but I cannot sit here and blame that on the girls, the young girls. You can blame their parents for maybe allowing that.
Yeah.
Like, you can maybe say, like, maybe, like, young girls shouldn't be having access to makeup as quick, but you're not gonna blame them for still putting on, because this is the thing, like, we're also in a new age where there's a lot more experimenting, like, as you're younger, like, with just makeup for art purposes.
Okay.
There's a lot of kids that love to do art. Like, if there's this little 6-year-old girl, I'm not kidding, she's doing, like, special effects makeup. It's actually really freaking good.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying, like, let your kids be creative, but you can't blame them for the way grown adult men respond and react to them. Be so for real. Grown adult
It's
men.
a maturity level.
That's maturity. And like that's why I said, like, my question for a lot of black women, right? Because we know there's black guys that are just dogs, that they don't care. They'll smash raw, don't care if they get a girl
Y'all
pregnant.
still chase them regardless.
Yeah, they do, which is weird. But my question to black women is, there's a lot of stuff that can prevent you from having a kid, like an IUD.
Got that baby in as quick as I could once I got out of insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm not paying $400. That's so expensive. Be for real,
It's $400 for the IUD.
$400.
But here's the thing. If you want to consistently have sex raw, then you might as well spend that $400.
No, that's the thing. Like, I only got the IUD because I'm not good with pills in general, and like I just put it in. I'll deal with it in 5 years later. Like, that's just my mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I just rather pay that one-time MAPE payment, and I didn't even pay for it because I was luckily on my mom's insurance at the time. But there is other ways to get it. When I was at McMaster, when you're in school and you have that school insurance, usually like it's covered with that.
Covered, yeah.
So you could get that, and there's even new versions for younger women that are accessible. So it's there. I just think they're not being taught about it.
Yeah.
Because even like sex ed when I was younger was not this in detail, and I don't even know what the hell they're talking about now these days.
Yes.
So like back then, I can't blame people in my own generation for not being too keen to it. Because even before I got my IUD, my mom was just like, "Oh, like you're too young for that." I'm like, "No, there's actually a new one. It's for women 25, like around 25 who haven't had kids yet. It's not the Marina, because that one's like for women who've already had kids. It's like more painful and all these things. But ladies, be warned, it's gonna hurt regardless. They say take Advil. No, you need to take like fucking codeine or some shit. You need to be put under.
Yeah, I hear that it's painful.
No.
But that's the thing. If you want to have sex raw with the lowest minimum chance of having a kid, that's what you have to do. And if you don't want to take that, then you're gonna like.
Here's my other argument, and I'm just saying this out loud. It's been said a million times. We're too advanced to not already have male birth control. I'm just saying.
I think we do.
Well, why it should be rolled out like by the dozens.
But the only problem
that shit could be dangerous.
No,
though.
but that's the thing. They have it, but there's a very high, like, it's worse than woman birth control pills. Like,
what were the symptoms?
Like, you can actually like lose your sperm like completely. Like, it's very like there's
Whole
yeah,
tank
well,
just gone.
I mean, birth controls also can cause infertility.
Yeah, but
literally, there's even you can get cysts that can cause infertility. Like
but the difference is your eggs can be pulled out and put into somebody else, even if infertility is not.
Sperm banks?
No, yeah, sperm banks. Yeah, but I'm saying, but if guys are taking the birth control pills and they lose their sperm completely, there's no sperm to come out to go into sperm banks.
Okay, but that's like a girl getting her IUD before she's frozen her eggs. It's the same situation. Maybe they should freeze or do whatever before they get it.
But doesn't the IUD could come out? It comes out after 5 years, no?
Yeah, you can take it out after 5 years, but you can also stop taking the medication, or you can stop taking the birth control.
Just have some self-control.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
True.
different
Just have
options.
True.
Like, so, like, people are like, oh,
Look at all this
there's so many
bullshit.
side effects.
Nah.
I'm sorry, women have been dealing with those exact
Nah,
same side
fuck this
effects
shit.
the entire time.
Fuck this shit.
But the blame is placed on us, and like the responsibility is placed on us. But y'all are the ones who can get more people pregnant per year. So how does that make sense? It literally makes no sense for why men are on birth control.
Yo, if y'all, everyone, men and women, y'all need some self-control.
I'm not disagreeing.
Like, yo,
with
y'all
you,
need some
obviously.
like, keep it a heart. Like, I'm sitting there listening to this shit,
But you
and I'm sitting there like,
out
why
here
in the
talking
fuck?
about, wasn't it like 5 minutes ago? You're like, yeah, but men are just such dogs. You word for word.
I'm trying my best to do what I can for them brethren. I'm not saying they perfect.
So don't vouch for them now when I bring up male birth control.
Well, I'm just.
But here's
I'm gonna. No, fuck that shit.
See, where's the other shorty? Bring her here. Like,
The fuck we talking about? Like, fuck this. No, shut your mouth, nigga. What are we talking about? No.
Lower the bass of your tone, like, entirely.
No, I'm just saying. Because I know for a fact, if they do make this shit, the male birth control, there's going to be one gal out there that's going to, you're going to have to take this before you can ever do anything. And let me keep it 1,000. Let me keep it $1.59 right now. I am not taking that shit. Because I promise you, if I take that shit, that next thing you know, the whole tank is gone. That's it.
Then
There's no more use.
Then Randy, you have to wrap it up.
Then I'm going to say this one time.
Wrap it up.
Not even wrap it up. Don't trust anything I cook for you because it's just...
Yo, no. Hey, Michelle. Hey, no. Hey. You can't say that. Hey, what's wrong with Cardi B? You can't do that.
First of all, that's sprinkle lady. That's not even Cardi B.
No, didn't Cardi B used to jump niggas? What are we talking about here?
No,
I wouldn't say it's a drug, but I'll make sure you got that one tank saved up somewhere, just in case.
How are you gonna even get that?
I'm gonna just say, listen, like, I'm not ready for kids yet, but like, you know, since we're not gonna have them right yet, just keep one on the side in case by the time we decide they're just not swimming like that. Cause your low sperm count can still also cause infertility. There's so many different things, you know.
But here's the thing.
I just gotta say the right thing. What are you gonna know?
The reason why that is put onto girls so much. Here's why it's put onto girls so much. I'll tell you why. Because
misogyny?
No.
Patriarchy?
No. I'll explain like this. The reason why it's put onto girls so much is because besides like the cases of R and stuff like that, besides those cases, at the end of the day, you women are like you guys hold.
Careful.
No. It's nothing bad.
You said you women, fam. You gotta come on.
Yeah, no.
That'd be a little bit nicer.
No, women in general.
Okay.
Yeah, women in general. That's what I meant. It's nothing bad. I was gonna say.
We're in a safe space. We're in a safe space.
I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, no.
With the internet, and when you say you women, it's
no because
choose your words wisely because I understood, but
yeah, it wasn't to me. It's because it's nothing bad. It's like women in general, besides that our situations, has the power to allow a man to go into them or not. If you tell a man no,
I'm gonna run.
Man,
I'm gonna run. Give my pillow. Give my pillow.
No,
Give
because I need.
me the pillow.
wait, am I wrong?
Because we're back to square one. You're now placing way too much. You like. Okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lesbians.
Yeah.
Like, put two lesbians together. They're not gonna create. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
The man in that equation, like, he is the one that really has to nut in her for that to happen. Like, so you could all like, if you don't want it, just get out. Just get out.
Yeah, don't do it for sure. But the thing is, you have to understand is that men always, like most men, a lot of us men always want to have sex. Either way, at the end of the day, that's just what men want at the end of the day. So. At the end of the day, even though we want to have sex,
back to the you guys can't control yourself, which again I will repeat, pathetic and embarrassing.
No, I agree. I'm not taking that.
But that's why I'm just saying, like, I don't see that as a valid reason. You know what I'm trying to say for why women are then pushed for to be on birth control, because that's such an embarrassing reason and such a dumb reason. And that's why a lot of women are also just refusing to get on it anymore. Cause it's like, why should I be on it just because like you can't control yourself and you just really must do what you must do. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
So my solution is this. I believe we should go back to when it was, maybe you might agree with me, maybe you might not. I believe you should go back to when it's have sex when you want to, the person that you're with.
You can't do that now.
No, I know you can't do that now, but I'm saying that would be my solution, because it's gonna consistently be a problem between men and women on the blame for having kids and all that. So to avoid all that and to avoid all this single parent household, go back to the
It will
marriage.
never happen.
I know it's never
No,
happening. I know that. I'm just saying.
Actually, the thing is, I see it happening. It's in the sense that, like, first of all, I've been seeing so much, like, content about, like, traditional wives and all this shit, like,
I've been
back
seeing
up.
that too.
Yeah, which, again, sorry, why are we going fucking step backwards? Like, y'all are so dumb. Like, this is the exact shit that our grandmothers were telling us to not get into, because these are the same women that no job, no schooling, nothing. Getting with
That's different.
No, like that's literally what these women are promoting is what I'm saying. The tribe wife shit. It's literally them saying like
that's
some
wrong.
of them will have like stay at home jobs or here and there.
Yeah.
They might have a little something on the side.
Yeah.
But quite a few of them are saying, oh, like you don't even need to worry about anything. You've got your allowance from your husband and all this other shit. That's what I'm
Allowance
saying.
is crazy.
Like not really allowance, but it's like you'll be taken care of. You won't have to worry about anything. And it's like, no, this is the same shit our grandmothers were saying. Keep your money off to the side. Don't worry about that. What that nigga's giving you. Have your own money to the side.
Yeah.
Like, because if anything ever changes with that person, you need to make sure you can take care of yourself and God forbid any children that may have come up. Because again, once he leaves, who's getting the kids? Chances are not him. He's gonna just drop them off on you and be like, oh, I'm about to go get with my new girl, whatever, da da da.
Yeah.
You have no job. You have nothing to fucking do to take care of them kids.
That's why traditional way, like when I say traditional, the traditional way is I go back to the Bible. How traditional? I mean, you heard me say this more than once. The way the Bible depicts a traditional relationship is how it should be in these days. It would avoid so much problems. Sure, it's not there's a lot. Some women have the misconception that the Bible doesn't put women in any good light, and I'm like, the Bible talks about women in a very, very respectful, great light, and it also some of them also say, oh, the man's supposed to do everything. That's how it was. Like, no, the Bible tells you what a woman's job is and what a man's role is. A woman's job at home is to nurture the kids and to do a little work at home, whether that was back in the day was like knitting, and then go into the merchants and selling that to have some money in the household and they were responsible to go buying fields. The job was the man was to protect the household, and also on top of the wife doing that little work, the man's supposed to provide most of it. So at the end of the day, the woman was working and so was the man, and they were working in unison as a unit inside of the house. So that's how it should be. Nowadays, it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. It's like the woman I want to be Miss Independent. I don't need no man. Sure, fine, okay then. So if you don't need no man, then don't be looking for a man that's making $100K, and if a man's saying, oh, I need a woman that's independent, okay, so don't be looking saying, oh, this woman is and she's making too much, she can't be with me. That's the problem here. It's like the stuff that they're asking for, they're not asking for it. It's not in the correct way, and it's causing so much disbalance between now men don't want to date successful independent women because
I also just think it's because the roles are not applicable to modern day society in the sense
and
that
that's the problem.
Even because it's also something that like even Islam suffers with, where it's just like certain things are not the same back then. But one thing I think would benefit would benefit modern society from Islam. I'm sorry, hijab. Like, not even like when I'm not even talking about like scarf, like I mean like even just the concept of hijab, like covering yourself, like modesty type situation.
Oh.
And I mostly say that like, and I mean that applying to men too, like y'all should be covering yourselves the same way.
Yup.
But I think it would probably help to kind of reset some stuff.
You didn't know?
Yeah, men.
You didn't know men
have their own hijab like version as well. Like they might like even like the hats, like they wear kufi and all these things. Like there's different forms of hijab for men as well.
Less skin on both sides.
Yeah, it's like the whole principle is about averting your gaze.
Yes.
Like even an additional like part of a man's like what's it called hijab is like lowering his gaze, like not like staring at women, not like objectifying women with his eyes.
And here's so true. So if you look at how Muslim men dress inside the mosque when they wear that long thing. That's how black people for Israelites, why I say Israelites, that's how they were wearing their clothing. That's where it stems from. You have to wear that long garments to show less skin, and the women were covering up because the hair is what causes people to lust.
That's the thing. There's different things like as humans we're gonna lust regardless of course. Yeah. But obviously, in this day and age, like, it's literally everywhere. You can see sex, you can see, like, nudity literally everywhere. AI,
Because
you're
they
able
push it to the forefront.
Like, you're able to, not even just that, like, it's just easily accessible.
It's easy
just
accessible.
that's like, it doesn't matter whether or not it's being promoted. It's just easily accessible. Period.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking at an OnlyFans account or like AI, like people are just creating AI generated pictures of celebrities like naked all the time. Like what's her name? Taylor Swift. Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They just had to do like a lawsuit type situation, and a guy like I'm pretty sure he lives in Brampton, Mississauga. Like
Brampton, Mississauga.
yeah, he got like charged or something, but it's because he put out this picture of her like bust wide open. Actually, no, was she bent? I can't remember the picture, but yeah, it was just an AI generated picture. So those things, it desensitizes people to like how they should be treating people as people. And on top of that, you're dealing with individualism. So that's the other aspect that I've seen, like, because of that individualism of like, oh, I gotta take care of me over everybody else. Like, nobody gives a fuck about how, like, let's say if you're in a relationship or you like, or your baby mama, like, they don't give a fuck what she's doing because like, I'm up, she's down, like, type shit. Like, oh, we not broke up. Like, she broke, I'm up, type shit. Like, it's one of those, like, I just have to be doing better than that person who, quote unquote, did me wrong, and that's all that matters. But it's like, you're taking away the occasion of the fact that you at one point laid with this person, you at one point really created a child with this person, you at one point maybe even loved this person, but now you're just taking that all the equation because you gotta get the next baddest bitch to prove that, like, you're one up. But that's because everything's just so accessible, everything's so, like...
Where'd you find her? Because we've been missing this one. Right? We listen to the pod.
I mean, I've been known it.
I get concerned when men agree with me.
I've been known
I don't know about you. I get concerned when men agree with it. Am I saying the right thing?
Like,
I've been known it for a minute.
oh my gosh.
The funny thing is,
because I have no arguments
so
here.
crazy.
I have no arguments here.
No, we got hired at the same time at Sport Check. He's known me since I was 15. That's my bestie though. We've been working forever.
We needed this for the podcast.
The funny thing is, I was supposed to start the podcast with her before you.
So I was living in Pitcairn for so long.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
life
why.
just got literally started beating my ass.
That's fair.
But like, yeah.
Yeah, no, because we need.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
The other
Final
piece,
thoughts?
I thought we didn't even talk about education.
Nope.
We did not even touch about education.
I guess it's gonna be a 3-parter because we gotta wrap it up. Fucking up.
But see, this was an actual really great podcast. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It really was, like, compared to some of those that we had. She's seen them. She's laughing.
I'm gonna have to go sit down and watch and really see what's going on and see what other energy I'm bringing.
All I'm saying is I'm gonna defend whoever's on the podcast right now. Yo, whatever men you see on the podcast, I'm defending every single one of them. Yo, because there's
downfall.
There is one on the podcast, not you.
Oh.
There's one on the podcast. She gotta stay away from him.
Who?
You've never seen him yet, but I've told you about him.
Uh-oh.
I've told you about him. Remember when you used to say, oh, I'm exposing you, I ain't gonna hold you. Is that okay?
Yeah, because you're
when you say like, oh, I get all the girls, you know, I'm that guy. Remember that name I bring up and you said, you know what? He got it. I'm gonna tell you off camera. But yeah, I'm gonna defend every single person. Episode 10. Yeah.
That's why I was like, give me the episode. I gotta see the episode.
I was on the episode.
And
right?
here's my one thing. I'm still very like open-minded where I'm like, what you think doesn't have to be what I think. I'm still just gonna respect what you think because like, you know, I don't know where you learned that from. Like
That's the thing. People don't. That's the top for another day. No, people don't. People don't.
Like, I don't know where you learned that from. Like that might just be really like where you come from. Like that's just belief. But I mean,
any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Black people
Fix up.
do better.
Fix up.
I'm
I'm
not tired of defending us. Don't get me wrong. I'm not tired. But
It's getting exhausting.
A little wheezed out, bro. Like let me catch my breath. And by catch my breath, I mean y'all need to just like literally stop posting for at least like a year and a half.
That's not possible.
No, just post responsibly for a year. Just give us a break from being like the topic. From like
we were
like sometimes we're not even asking for that shit. Like we just be minding our business, but like one of y'all just does something and now suddenly it's all of us. That's my problem. Like just Keep that shit to yourself.
But you know how that goes. Like when you're that one black person in a group filled with like other races, you're representative.
That's the thing. Like I don't understand why all these races, they don't have the problems that we're dealing with. Why?
You know why?
No,
Yeah, you do.
We're just.
No, you do.
We're just.
First of all, the entire world is anti-black as as just a
I wonder why it's like that.
Oh, it's like that. Well, I mean, I can.
Come on, speak your piece.
I can go to no, because they're going to another topic.
We're ending it regardless. You can start that other topic, but we're still ending.
For me, the reason why it's like that, it ties back to the Bible. It really does.
It goes a little bit further than that, but okay.
The Bible goes.
Well, I mean, the Bible was what was used to like literally justify slavery for so many different like. As we say, it was used to justify slavery and so on and so forth, and even after the fact.
Yeah, the Bible basically tells you why like the stuff happening to black people was happening. Like there was a reason for it.
But it's also why a lot of black people left Christianity, because they're like, how are we going to practice a religion that justified our literal slavery?
Yeah. And that's gonna end it right there. Okay.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what I've heard.
And that's it. Okay. It's been another episode of the Match Strategy Podcast, guys.
I left for a different reason.
Okay, bye.
We're not.
Mas, be safe to say what you gotta say.
My name's K Prizzy. Instagram KPrizzy101.
I'm Mimi. You'll see me when you see me.
Oh, just see when you see me.
Why that rhyme? Okay, bye.
So how do you feel about that Jeffrey Epstein list?
Yo, wait.
What I tell you? I told Randy, I haven't been really listening to music a lot. I haven't been watching anything. I'm watching anime. Like, I'm watching cartoons. Like, we're going animation for the next ever.
What was that laugh?
Yo,